Welcome to episode 7 of the Don't Quit podcast by TyypoPrints. I'm your host, Nick Mann. This episode is about mastering the art of starting. Some of the most daunting things in life are staring at a blank page. Sure, you have the freedom to do what you want, but the possibilities can be overwhelming when you're looking at just starting. The mental energy it'll take is the hardest part of any task. That's what getting started is about. Overcoming the mental, physical, or emotional obstacles before diving in. Psychologist Joseph Ferrari tells the American Psychological Association, procrastination isn't doing, it's delaying. It's essentially the choice of not doing. Procrastinating is helpful to gather the necessary information required to do the task, but when the gathering becomes excessive, that's when the procrastination is negative. So what's causing that push to getting started and overcoming that problem? Our brains are quite prone to how procrastination starts. We all have our flaws: perfectionism, stress, impulsivity, disorganization. The research in your psychology says delaying action isn't caused by one factor. It's from any of the 9 aspects in our brain that's not in sync. Procrastination is increasingly recognized as involving a failure in self-regulation, such as procrastinators relative to non-procrastinators may have a reduced ability to resist social temptations, pleasurable activities, and immediate rewards when the benefits of preparation are distant, write the researchers of their 2012 examination of the college students' study habits. This means impulsively self-monitoring, planning, activity, task initiation, task monitoring, emotional control, working memory, or orderliness can stop you from starting your task. In other words, what's stopping yourself is different from everyone else. So the consciousness is a big factor for Tim, but it could be perfectionist as well, says the researchers. Thinking critically about the actual problem of what's stopping you from starting will help you find a solution. And dreaming too big can actually backfire. If you can dream it, you can do it, said by Walt Disney. While dreaming big worked for creating Mickey Mouse, there was actually work involved. Research says that overthinking the idea can hold us back from starting it. Psychologist from Jeremy Dean in his book, Making Habits, Breaking Habits, says the theory goes that if we can picture our future success, then this will motivate us. While I've said in the past thinking positively has its benefits, but Dean says that can create a positive fantasy about what your future success looks like could actually backfire. He says, the problem with positive fantasies is that they allow us to anticipate success in the here and now. However, they don't alert us to the problems we are likely to face along the way and can leave us with less motivation. Dreaming big isn't inherently bad and dull, it's how you go about it. Dean says as opposed to fantasizing a more effective way of visualizing the future, this lets us think about the process that are involved in researching a goal, rather than just the end state of achieving it. That said, write these steps down and read it to yourself. You're familiar with the one-step journal, as that's something I strongly recommend for everyone. That it's all about breaking down your goals into actionable steps right now. Another thing is to avoid the busy work. Our brains love busy work. It feels good to scroll our Facebook feeds, getting to inbox 0, or organizing all our desktop folders. This is because it makes us feel like we accomplished something. But this is just filler to what real work needs to be done. Not saying some of these fillers aren't important though. Productivity coach Michael Bungay Stanier says it's best not to measure success to check out 47 to-dos in a day if you haven't actually accomplished what matters most. Define the 3 high-impact actions you want to take each day and list them as all-day tasks, or your calendar so you remember what they are. Another important thing is to learn to forgive. Another problem we face, it's too late for me to start, so why start at all? It's true, we may be behind a competition or whoever you're comparing yourself to, but there's acceptance in doing your best that helps us get started in the first place. psychologist Tim Fizzle and his research team at Carleton University Department of Psychology studied how the task initiation connects to being more forgiving by looking at how university students study. And they found the students who are more forgiving to themselves about their performance on their last exam put more effort in their second exam. To quote one of the researchers, forgiving oneself for procrastinating is likely to be an essential step in effective motivational change. We're all human who makes mistakes. While you may be hard on yourself to not do something that you should have, remember, there's never really a right time to start. It's all about how you finish. Thank you for listening to this episode. I'm Nick Mann, and you just listened to the Don't Quit podcast by TyypoPrints. If you'd like to contact me, send me an email at nick@TyypoPrints.com. That is TYYPO Prints. Also, I encourage you to rate the show on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and share with your friends. TyypoPrints makes dreamers into doers, and we got a whole set of caps for you to look at, made from 15% wool and 85% acrylic to calm your mind and cool your head, including a snap closure to make sure a comfort for all sizes. Featuring inspirational design work by me, it's something you need to see to believe. For this special episode, use coupon code PODCAST at the checkout to get 10% off at TyypoPrints.com to look good today.